right now on the upside.
Everything was perfect except for, I was in my bathroom.
Oh, baby. We've heard of firefighters, of course, helping moms deliver newborns on the way to the hospital, but this story has quite a twist.
Plus, how building a place to sit down can help a person stand tall.
It's the upside, dropping the good news to get you through the week like a boss. You know that guy. Let's do it.
It's time to look up.
Let's talk about this.
That's a great idea.
To enjoy stories showing the brighter side of life.
A catalyst for growth.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Showing good people doing great things.
This is my purpose.
Turning troubles into triumphs.
What a creative solution.
Everyday heroes rising up to inspire hope. Right now on the upside.
We're gonna need a bigger toy chest. Lego releasing a Jaws-inspired set. Check it out. The fan-submitted design will include a giant shark, of course, and of course the fishing boat as well. Gotta have that. There is not an official release date yet for the nearly 2,000-piece set, based, of course, on the legendary 1975 movie. Gonna need a bigger boat. Oh, and that famous music, right?
Yes, the dun-na, dun-na. Get your heart racing a little bit. My palms are sweating. Woo.
There it is.
This is why I don't go in the ocean.
Yes.
I'm definitely an ankle person. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Good call there. All right, babe. Thanks, Alex, for hanging out with us today. Always good to see you.
Love it.
We begin, as always, with stories from the very top of our feed on this Tuesday. So here we go. We start with a mom facing a lengthy labor.
Oh, this is too soon.
A long labor, and then things took a turn.
I'd been laboring at that point for 23 hours, and so thought, I'm going to take a quick bath. My contractions went from 8 minutes apart to 30 seconds apart. I had 3 more contractions and literally pulled the baby myself into my arms and scoop trap and caught her.
What? Really?
Yeah, I caught her myself. I thanked my knees. I caught her myself. I pulled her up to my chest. Matt was on the phone trying to call the midwife and then call the paramedic.
Speaking of jaws, my jaw is on the ground.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
5 minutes later, the paramedics arrived and helped finish the delivery.
Mom's chest. At that point, grabbed all of our stuff, clamp.
Baby was crying, so pink. It was perfect. So I think you probably got choked up, didn't you?
I got choked up with grandma and little sister. Because it's good to have those days. 16 years on the job, and getting to have those every once in a while is pretty awesome.
Okay, the only reason I could ignore that mustache is because the rest of the story is so amazing. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that stash sit on the shelf. We're gonna
Stash it, if you will.
Stash the stash. Deliver to yourself. Look, you're 4 months in.
This is what I'm saying. This is too soon to be talking about this.
Whoa.
23 hours of labor, that's first, okay? That's what stuck out in my mind. 8 minutes apart to 30 seconds apart?
Yeah, buddy.
Painful.
And then deliver herself.
And said, hey, come here, baby.
Like literally,
that is the Lion King moment.
That is.
A lot of women
I can't even imagine that. Oh, I
can't imagine either. I can't imagine either. I mean, I'm thinking about the doctors who did my C-section and I see Wes through the screen.
Right.
I can't imagine, like.
Right. I mean, I've never
man,
heard.
what a story, though.
Oh, man.
What a story.
That's a mama.
Yes.
Only woman has that kind of strength to pull that off.
Hello, and that is a water baby. I bet you she's swimming by the age of 2 months.
That's incredible. Oh, man. Well, make sure, at least you save it on the hospital bill.
Yes.
True.
True.
You know what I mean?
Which,
they should pay you that.
Yeah, hello.
They should pay you that money.
Pro tip. Deliver your baby in your bathtub.
Man, what a way to start the show. All right. Now with that, can't top that.
No,
we'll try to. A couple of stories now for the movie lovers out there. The first full weekend of summer vacation helped a couple of plumbers break another box office record.
Ooh, the Super Mario Brothers movie is now the second highest grossing animated film of all time. It's now sandwiched between Frozen 2 at the top and the original Frozen in the third spot.
Mario still got the touch, right?
Yep.
And on the other end of the movie making spectrum, a new documentary drops today. It's called Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares, the Robert Englund story, and it tells the tale of the man behind, of course, one of the most famous horror figures of all time, Freddy Krueger, from the incredible Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, which I was obsessed with growing up, loved it. By the way, we should also say happy birthday
say.
because Freddy Krueger himself, Mr. Englund, is 76 years old.
And right there,
today.
he doesn't look like a day over
Right.
150.
Oh, man. Were you into that series? I mean,
No, I'm such a scaredy cat.
Oh,
I'm
that's
one
your
of those
thing.
people that I cannot even, I hide. I'm like, as soon as the music starts turning, I'm like, you know what?
I can't.
I'm a head out. Yeah,
It
I'm one of those.
It was the ratty sweater,
Yeah.
the fedora, and of course the glove with the nails. And he would kind of, do his
Something about a fedora. It's
Yes.
just, like, what about that is like creepy?
He was a
you know what I mean?
dapper
Like-
villain. He was a dapper,
You're a
murderous
dapper,
monster.
gentleman, creepy murderer.
Oh, it was a great series, though. It was rough. It was intense. Robert Englund. Happy birthday,
Happy
sir.
B-Day. All
Freddy
right.
Krueger.
Our next story focuses on what happens when progress meets history. Firefighters found a time capsule buried for 118 years inside the cornerstone of a fire station in Ohio. It was set to be demolished soon, and the firefighters wanted to preserve the cornerstone. Inside the time capsule, they found newspapers, the contract to build the fire station, and a roster of city officials. That is actually really cool. Stuff like this that absolutely fascinates me.
Little
Like,
snapshot of history.
yes,
time
yes.
Capsule.
Or like if
Yeah.
someone's like renovating their house and they open up a wall and they find things from the previous owners, I think
Right.
that's like really cool. Unless it's creepy stick figure drawings and you're like
or Freddy Krueger. glove.
Freddy Krueger slashing a curtain, I don't know, something like that. But that's pretty cool to see just how like the other people lived back then. That's a long
Absolutely.
time. 118 years ago.
That's why I love when they do time capsules.
Yes.
They'll bury something in the school and say,
Yep.
we're going to open this, the class,
Of
senior
whatever,
classroom,
yep.
30 years from now is going to open this, you know what I mean? And find out something about this
A
time.
floppy disk.
Like,
What?
Yeah. Oh,
I wonder what would be like in one now. An iPhone,
30
probably.
years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
what was
I don't know what
popping
would be
off
in there.
30 years ago, so what was that?
Child, I don't know. That was when I was
90
born.
yeah, you
that was
were,
92.
Yeah. 92. Oh, man. Oh,
I don't know.
I'm jealous of the age gap.
Yeah,
all right.
all right.
With that, we'll bring you a few quick stories, stuff that's just fun to know, a little brain candy.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this earlier today. Today, we're marking the 25th anniversary of a TV show debut that turned 4 girlfriends into pop culture icons. Just like that.
See what you did there. We're talking about
Yeah.
Carrie, Samantha, Miranda, and Charlotte, the women of Sex and the City, who made their HBO debut on this day in 1998. It's fun to know that the tutu Carrie, played by Sarah Jessica Parker, is wearing cost a total of $5.
There's something for the time capsule. There are tutu.
The tutu!
There you go,
Come
yeah.
on! It's also fun to know that if Parker had actually turned down the role, that is who would have been that Carrie, Lisa Edelstein, from the TV show House, would have been next in line.
Wow. And obviously you can't imagine anyone else but Sarah playing Carrie now, but it's just always fascinating to know who else it could have been or who turned it down or didn't make the cut or whatever.
I wonder if she ever regretted it. I mean, she was great in House. I've seen her in a couple other things.
I mean, that show became so massive. How did
I
you
know.
not regret it at least a little bit?
And you're like, ooh.
Yeah, man. Well, speaking of casting for the huge hit, Mr. Big, played by Christopher Noth, was supposed to be just a one-off role, one and done. But the actor, being so good, won over producers. He became a regular. And if you were a fan of the show, you know that the writers did not decide on a real first name for that character until they were writing the series finale. We found out that his name was John in the series finale.
That's a little
Remember that?
anticlimactic.
She found out on a text or
No,
something like that?
I didn't really watch the show, Rob.
Oh, that's what you
Remember
that's what you mentioned. You don't.
No,
you didn't.
I just like the tea that's happening now in 2023. That's what I like. Yeah.
Alex has never seen any popular show. Never seen Seinfeld.
Okay.
Never seen Sex and the City.
We're
Yeah.
getting off topic.
Okay,
here,
my apologies.
Rob.
Sorry.
Finally, it's fun to know that Carrie asks 92 questions while writing her columns throughout the 94-episode run of the show. You can win a bar bet with this one because they weren't any in the final 2.
That was always the premise for
your
the
little,
show.
Yeah, your little trivia.
Yeah. And I would always beg the question, too, how did a newspaper columnist afford the lifestyle that Carrie
That
had,
part,
the big apartment, all
that
the
part.
clothes? I mean,
She should really only be able to afford the tutu.
That's about it. Until she wrote the book. Now, the
Right.
book did well, okay, I can buy it. But just a columnist, I was like, but whatever, didn't.
So you're a Sex and the City fan.
My wife's obsessed with it,
sure.
so I watch it, and then I enjoy it. And yeah, I do. Because I mean, it was fun to hear women talk like typically men are believed to talk. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
it had
right.
a different tone to it.
Yeah.
And I would argue, I'll go real old school here. I would argue, without the Golden Girls, there could not have been Sex in the City.
Okay, can I just
4
tell you
female
this?
leads and that whole attitude. Yeah.
Golden Girls, I watched on maternity leave. I have never laughed
Thank you.
so hard.
Timelessly funny.
And I would be holding my baby sleeping, and I would cackle, and he would wake up, and I'm like, I can't. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I had to laugh.
There's no Samantha Jones without
No.
Blanche Devereaux.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Blanche, that was the original.
It is just so funny. Betty White. Oh my gosh.
So good. They were all four. Perfectly cast show. Both shows, actually.
Yes. Classic.
Well, 25 years. Wow.